Hey everyone, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome everyone. Hey Zaire, welcome Zaire.
Hey David.
Hey, how are you? Kawisi, hello, Kawisi, welcome.
How you doing, David? Peter was really onto something, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, did you get in?
No, I didn't. But one of these days, you know what I'm saying? One of these days.
Yeah, the options certainly moved up nicely. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Good play. That was a good play.
I've been telling everybody about your group, so don't be surprised if you see some last names similar to myself or some people that I've just been mingling with on different meetups.
Oh, okay. And hey, did I get your name correctly?
You got it. Perfect.
All right. Awesome. Welcome. All right, guys, we'll get started shortly. This evening is a Q&A. Q&A this evening. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Peter, welcome, Peter, welcome. We'll get started. Hey, Kat, welcome, Kat, welcome. We'll get started shortly. This evening, guys, it's Q&A. Hey, Daniel, welcome, Daniel.
What's up, Dave?
Hello. We'll get started shortly. This evening is Q&A. So Q&A. Hey, Tracy, welcome, Tracy. Welcome.
Hey, David.
Hello. We'll get started shortly. Hello, Mealy. Welcome, Mealy. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. This evening is a Q&A. So this is your opportunity to ask any questions on the markets, any trades you want to take a look at, the trading systems, anything in general. We'll get started shortly. Big move today in Peter's trade, Gamestop. I hope you guys took advantage of that trade. Big trade. And still holding. Hey, Bill, welcome, Bill. Welcome.
Hey, Dave.
Hello. All right. All right, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started here. Let me share my screen, my trading screen here. Let's see here. All right. All right. So you guys should see my screen right here. Hey, Charity. Welcome, Charity. Welcome. All right. All right. So as you guys know, this is Q&A, right? So this is your opportunity to ask any questions on anything at all. All right. I'm just gonna open up the floor with big trade. And you know, I always say that if Peter gives any recommendations, Peter and Cam, right? Those guys have been trading for a while and really know what they're doing. All right. So just when, you know, and I always say this, pay attention to what they're trading. All right. Not sometimes, hey, I'm not the only person here, right? I'm not the only person. We've got really good traders. Cam trades full-time. Peter is now a full-time trader. So those two gentlemen, and we've got other traders out there, but they're here quite a bit to help you guys out. Okay, so when was it? 2001. We traded GameStop, and several of our traders did extremely well in that trade. And I haven't been watching it. As a matter of fact, I talked about this last night, right? The local paper here, the Orlando Sentinel, interviewed myself, you know, as far as the company, and also Cam. And Cam did really good with trading GameStop, and I traded it also and did okay. And so did several of our traders. All right. So, you know, we're doing the class last night on cryptos and Forex and futures. And so I'm planning to open up with Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin gave a buy signal, and Peter comes out with GameStop. So I'm thinking, what's going on here, right? And Peter always has a method to the madness, right? Method to the madness, right? So 1 second here, guys. Hold on 1 second. 1 second here. All right. I lost my 1 second here. I've got to bring back all my screens. All right, so here we are. Okay, so Peter always there's a method to his madness, right? So I'm paying attention, and Peter is looking at GameStop. And we haven't looked at GameStop for a long time, right? A long time. I'm going to share my screen here. So we looked at the stock, right? GameStop, and guess what? Broke resistance, right? Got a buy signal, and Peter is looking at 2 more resistance levels, and guess what? Right, so I got in the trade. I'm like, okay, I'll take, you know, I made some money last time on GameStop. It was very exciting, right? We a lot of new traders got into the market, right? A lot of young traders got into the market and got into the industry trading GameStop. Okay, so hey,
so David, we got you off the bench.
Yeah.
To place a trade. You got the coach off the bench.
Yeah, I took a trade. And let me tell you, I didn't take a big trade, right? Last time I took I don't like these types of trades because they're like a pump and dump. So, I like more of a trending trade. But yeah, I listened to Peter last night and I got in the trade, and I put on small amount, okay, but that trade is up. I think it closed today. Boy, they really moved it at the end of the day, right, Peter? They really moved those options. I think it was up 265%, my particular position, for the day, which is a big move. And the nice thing is that we should see some follow through. Okay, we should see some follow through. But that's a good lesson for all of us. Is now, it doesn't happen all the time, right? But always be looking, because it certainly was not on our radar. All right, Peter found it, and I hope I hope a few of you guys was able to get on that trade. All right. So I just wanted to open up with that. Okay. I just wanted to open up with that. So thanks, Peter, for recommending that trade to everyone. And we should see if we get follow through tomorrow and through the week, we could see just an amazing move. Okay. In Gamestop. All right. So I just wanted to say that. Well, hey, Dominic, welcome. So I'm going to open up the floor. So any questions at all? Any questions on anything, guys? Any questions on anything? It could be GameStop. It could be anything.
Well, as far like my understanding, the original thing with GameStop, like what was it, like a year ago, was a purposeful act to basically like combat the hedge funds that like control trading markets. But this is recent, yeah.
Yeah, this move here is recent. Yeah, so it's I don't know if it's it's different. It's definitely different. I don't think there's a short squeeze. So Peter, do you know more about why they're moving the price? Why they're moving price?
I think it's the similar kind of dynamics going on. This stock is it's bearish, trending bearish with the whole market. And basically, there's a lot of people who believe in the stock, who's trying to stick it to the hedge funds. So they're holding on to the stock. And so what we're seeing is basically a counter trend rally. It's a very strong counter trend rally. Basically, people who gone bearish, they have to buy back their position, which is basically pushing the price up a lot. So if you're late to the party, it's already too late to go long on it.
Yeah.
But you can play, if you're comfortable with puts options, once it hits between 250, 300, you can take a bearish position.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was my thought on it.
Okay. Yeah. But if you guys look here, this was the last time. I remember this was the last play here. And the reason why I don't like, you got to be careful with this. You don't want to put, you don't want to take out a mortgage, right, on a stock like this, because guess what? Look what happens, right? They'll push it up and bring it right back down. All right. So we call this a pump and dump. Okay. But we'll take it up and we'll see how far it goes. Peter and I, we were talking earlier, and this is something, and interrupt me, guys, if you guys have any, this is your time. Okay. So if just interrupt me anytime. Okay. If you guys have any questions on it,
David, when you
yes,
say
Tracy.
follow through, what do you mean by follow through?
Meaning that we should have continuation tomorrow with
Okay.
price. So it should continue to move higher. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because if we look at the smaller time frames, okay, and this is not something you guys want to do on every trade. All right. As you guys know, we normally trade on the 240-minute time frame. Okay, so here is the buy signal right here on GameStop on the 240, and I know Peter was monitoring it. And again, thanks, Peter, for sharing this information and really helping everyone. Here was the daily time frame here. I know Peter was watching for a break of that resistance right here, and then we got a second break of resistance right about here. But what Peter and I spoke today, and we were talking about a way to manage the trade out. So manage out of here. Okay, so and Peter just mentioned puts, right? But we can't get in too early on puts because the trade is still intact. Okay, so follow through means, Tracy, is that we've got here is a 5-minute time frame here. Okay, so again, we don't want to do that every time, especially if we've got a nice trend going. All right, but understand this is a pump and dump. All right, meaning they're gonna pump it up. All right, they're gonna pump up the stock. All right, all these Reddit traders, right? They're gonna pump up the stock, push it up high, like it's spiking. Can you guys see my charts here? The 6 screens.
Yes.
6 screens here. Okay, good. Okay, so they're gonna pump it up and then push it up, meaning, right? And then push it back down. So what we want to do, and we're pretty good in the money right now. So what we can do when this happens, we can bring in smaller time frames. So when the selling comes in, all right, when the sellers start to push the price down, we'll see that on the smaller time frame. Okay, so our entry was on the larger time frame. All right, and then so we'll see on the 5-minute time frame, all right, the 15-minute time frame, the 30-minute time frame right here, the 60-minute time frame, the 4-hour, and then the daily time frame. So what we want to do is we want to preserve as much profit as possible based on the price action here. All green candles. This is on the 5-minute time frame, guys. All right. So based on the 5-minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame, all right, this should hold, which is pretty cool. These small time frames, normally we'll get in, we'll have short moves, right? Buy signal, sell signal, but guess what? Because they're really pushing that price up, these shorter time frames should hold the price. Okay, once we start getting sell signals, especially in the 5, 15, and 30-minute, get out, take profits, walk away. All right, so let's say it really gaps up tomorrow. So the price closed at 189, really gaps up tomorrow. Let's say it gets to let's say it's to get 220, 240. I mean, those calls will be worth a ton of money, right? And then we'll see the selling start to come in. There's no guarantee that the selling will come in tomorrow. We might get a nice run with some consolidation through the rest of the week. But based on this price action here, all right, Peter, where was that next resistance you were looking at? You said
Yeah, we're still using the system to give us buy and sell signals. You're still using support and resistance. So I was watching the resistance on Tuesdays, Wednesday, and and the system gave us a buy signal. It broke resistance. Let me see on my chart. Let's see. Broke resistance at 119, and then it broke another resistance on 159. So once they break these two resistance, we know the buyers are gonna jump in, and this stock is it just moves a lot faster, just a lot faster. So we're looking at a break of 181, which we broke today, and then once it breaks 181, it's going to 200, 250.
Yes,
There's not much resistance after that.
Yeah, so 250 would be here. Did anyone else get on this trade? Did anyone else get on this trade? All right, no one else. Okay, 250.
There's very little sellers that's gonna until you get above 250.
Yeah. Yeah, and if the because these are Reddit traders, right? So they're really pumping this. This is an early move. This is an early move, right? It's an early move, early buy signal. It hasn't even, you know, I don't expect this trade to get into the markup phase. There really is, there hasn't been a markup phase, you know. So this is tricky trading, but a trade like this, you guys, you know, you have to go a bit out of the money to get cheaper. You can't do it now. It's too late. It's too late, right? But next time, you know, like I said, watch what Peters is trading, watch what Cam is trading, because they trade full time, okay? And they're really looking at opportunities. Next time there's an opportunity like this, right? You guys want to jump on it. If you don't know anything about options, you don't know how to trade options, that's fine. Just stay away. But like sniper traders, where you've had some practice with options, get into this. You don't have to trade a lot of capital, couple of $100, okay? Because you don't want to miss out on trades like this. Okay, you don't want to miss out on trades like this because it's a great opportunity. There's no guarantee, but Peter, you were saying last time a lot of the young traders made a lot of money on this trade.
This trade is originally got the worldwide's attention because of people using Robinhood, and the young traders, they're like 19 to 25. They put all their money into the stock, and they bought just naked calls, just buying the stock. And you know, when this price rocket up, I mean, a lot of kids had 500 grand, you know, $1 million. I think one of the young guys, he went to Congress to testify. He had like $3 million that he made from the stock, and he just says, "I bought it because I like the stock. I wasn't trying to do anything other than I just like the stock."
Yeah, yeah, pretty cool stuff. Let me show. We shared this. I know some of you weren't here at last night's class, but this is you know, this is pretty cool stuff because we don't get a chance to talk about this a lot. But let me show you.
And David, I just want to point out this phenomenon happened on the NASDAQ as well, and the IWM. Remember, like when the war was declared and it was super bearish, and then next day it just shot up.
Yep.
So that was the same phenomenon. It's like a lot of people was short, and then basically the buyers push it up.
Yep. Do you guys see my screen here? That's the website. You guys see the website?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay, so this is pretty cool, and that's why this is exciting. You know, when we can go after the hedge funds and make some money at the same time, it's pretty cool, because you know we are fighting against them, right? As retail traders, which is who we are, they have an advantage. Okay, so the hedge funds, you know, the market makers, they're against us, right? You know, they make their money, they take money from us. All right, so what's cool is that when the first time this happened, okay, back in 2021, those Reddit traders really squeezed, and we talked about this last night, really squeezed the hedge funds, almost put them out of business. All right, and this is the first time this has ever happened in the history of trading, where the little guy, right, which is us, right, really beat the hedge funds. And I was glad to be part of that. All right, I put on a trade. Cam traded at that time and put on a trade, and the Orlando Sentinel right here interviewed our company, interviewed myself, and also Cam, because it was a big deal. It was a big deal in all across the country. I mean, here is Mark Cuban right here talking about that trade. Okay, and basically it's
I don't know if it's not scrolling or if you are scrolling. I'm just seeing this.
So basically, traders like you guys, right, individual traders, ganged up together, all right, to get on that. It wasn't just GameStop, it was AMC too. All right, AMC.
David, we can't see the article that you're talking about. If you can
You
pull it up.
can't? Oh.
No, you
oh.
gotta pull it up.
All right.
just
Oh,
seeing
sorry about that,
website.
guys. Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know. How about now? Can you guys see it now? Yeah. Okay. So here's the article, and it's on the website. All right. It's on the website. And what it says basically is that Orlando investors see GameStop stock news as the only beginning for the little guy. Okay. And did a whole article. Okay. So the bottom line, and so that stock went up to, I think it went up as high as 4 something, right? It started off at $17 and kept on moving. And just an amazing run. But it wasn't just about the stock, right? It was about finally, the average trader, us, right? The average trader, average investor, gang together and really. So what happened? There was a short squeeze. So a lot of there was a big short squeeze position, meaning the big hedge funds were short in the stock. And what the Reddit traders did was they found out that hey, they were short in the stocks, this particular stock and a few others, and they went long. They got on the social media and all got together and pushed the price up. All right, so it was pretty cool. All right,
Dave, it's Danny here.
Hey, Danny.
So when they push it down, that means the institutions are pushing the price down. When it's supposed to be trending up, right? Is that what you're saying?
What's that? Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
So you're saying that what the little guys did is that they pushed the price up because they realized that the hedge funds which the institutions are pushing the price down on purpose when it was supposed to be going up.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was supposed to be going up, but they knew that there was they had a big short position. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is this, right? When you've got a big short position, okay, so you're betting that the price is gonna go down. All right. If the price starts to go higher, you've got to unwind your short positions, meaning you've got to close your short positions. And as they close their short positions, it's almost the reverse. It's like they're buying the share. So the more they close the positions, the more the price goes higher. And the more the price goes higher, the more they've got to close their short position. Okay. So shorting is really, really crazy because you can get squeezed. It's called a short squeezed. Okay. So so not only were they being squeezed whenever that hedge funds almost went out of business, right? They almost went out of business, and they almost went out of it pretty quick. And Robinhood stopped trading. They halt trading And I was in that position. I was in that trade, and that trade would have gone crazy had Robinhood not halt the trade. So they stopped the trade, and it wasn't good for Robinhood. It wasn't good. Peter, you remember that, right?
Yes, that point I just opened a Robinhood account and I didn't fund it yet. But when that news came out where they didn't allow you, the retail traders, to buy more stock,
Yeah.
that's something really shady right there. Like you can, if you're already in GameStop, if you already have shares you own, you can sell your positions, but you can't buy more shares. It's like, how can they do that to you? Like you're their customers. Like if I want to buy something, I want to give you money for it, I should be able to buy it. So that kind of situation was very shady.
Yeah, well, that goes completely against the free market. It's abhorrent that it happened.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Understand if you guys go on our website, right? You will notice our tagline is fire your broker. All right, fire your broker. They are all working together. Understand that. They are all working together. All right, to take your money, our money. They are. Right? They're all working together. All the brokers are working with the hedge funds. They have a major edge, and it's just what it is. So that's why we do what we do, right? So that we always talk about this. It's a zero-sum game. All right. And when we get into this business, you've got to be tough. You've got to be tough. You've got to be strong. You really can't care, all right, about the other side of the trade. You can only care about your side of the trade, because they don't really care about us, right? They don't. They get their profits from us. If they don't make any money, guess what? It's because of us. But most of the time, as traders, right, as retail traders, we lose because we don't have an edge, and they win. So for the first time, guys, in history, you guys won. You guys are part of the retail traders, and you guys won. And it can be done again. It can be done again. All right. So it's pretty cool. So it was good to be part of that history. Right. I mean, it was really nice that the Orlando Sentinel came to us, right? Interviewed myself, interviewed Cam. Cam did really well. He did really well on that trade. All right. But hopefully we can get it again. It can happen again with this move here. I think it will. Okay. I wouldn't get on it. Those options are expensive now. Okay, so those options are really expensive now. All right, but this morning would have been a good time to start to get on, but it happens quickly. Yeah, so okay, so when we talk about some of these trades, right? Not all of them will work out like this, but when we talk about, just kind of pay attention. All right, and you can get in. Just don't get in big, just a small amount. I mean, you could, like the one trade was 280%. And then the different options with different percentages, but it doesn't take a lot of money, right, to do really, really well with options. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions on anything?
Yeah, David, when you get a chance, can you pull up UAL?
UAL? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Zaire, 1 second. UAL. All right, so UAL. You guys should see Stock Boss here, UAL. All right, Zaire, what would you like to do here?
Well, I was looking on the H4 time frame. I was looking on a call.
Okay, on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
Let's
2
do
4.
it. Okay. Okay, here's the 4 hour time frame here. All right. Okay, you're looking to go long?
Well, I bought it this morning, so I was wondering, like, how does it looking on your end?
Okay. Well, the buyers are in. All right, so you've got buyers coming in. Right here, you got in at what price, Zaire?
I have a call option or 2 call options at, sorry.
Okay. All right, so I would look, if you look here, if you look, the buys are definitely in control. We don't have a buy signal yet, okay, but that should come. That should come shortly. You might get a high. It's going to be a high buy signal. Here is the resistance, near-term resistance right here. All right, so I would anticipate if the price holds a buy signal tomorrow, okay, or Wednesday. But you're good. It's clearly in the markup phase, right? You're not in the markdown phase. All right, you're not in the markdown phase. Buyers are in control. Green candles, you're above the moving average. You broke resistance right here. I would look for the price to try to get to this resistance up here. Okay, this is pretty good resistance up here. All right, what you want to be paying attention to is here is support, here is support, price recovered, support, resistance, which is previous support. And the good news is you've got the buyers are in control. Price closed right here, right at the high. That's usually good, right? To get some follow through. So you should be good. Like I said, let me see right here. Do you have a target on this?
Well, the target's at 50, when it reaches like $50, hopefully
Okay.
before it expires.
Okay, you've got some resistance right here. If you look here, this is at 45. So you've got support here, resistance here, resistance here. Here is where it gave you your last sell signal. So this is support here. Here is resistance here. This is where it gave you another sell signal. Okay, right at that 45 level. So you have a lot of action right at that 45 level here. So you at 43. I would say watch it closely to get above 45. If you can clear 45, which I think you will. What is that? That's the airlines, United Airlines. Okay.
Yeah, it's United Airlines.
Okay. So yeah, so I would watch for this level 45. If you can get above 45, you might get a big move, quick move to 50. Okay, kind of like here. See right here, from here to here only took 4 or 5 days, okay, to get here. So that could happen if you get, remember, every time you break price breaks a resistance, you get new buyers coming in. Okay, so new buyers coming in. Ideally, probably right here, you should have been able to get in, but that's fine here. All right, but watch it for that $50 mark. Watch it closely. I would put it on a smaller, watch a smaller time frame. Okay, so keep it on the 240, but watch a 30-minute or even a 60-minute. Okay, to see if it's holding, or buys are holding. All right, and then try to get it up in this area. You might get a big push based on how the markets are doing. You're right. You might get a big move above 50 if it breaks 50. So don't be quick to get out. Really manage it well. All right. Make sure it stays within the moving average and just kind of walk the trade all the way up. All right. Walk it through here, 45, walk it up all the way up to 50, because this is pretty good resistance. And if it breaks this resistance, you could get a big move. So don't be too quick to close it at 50. All right, that makes sense?
Yes. Thank you, David.
You're welcome. But good job. Good job. This is a good find. Good find. Good support.
I hear that was a good trade.
Yeah.
That's the phenomenon when I'm talking about, and traders can do this on your own. You can find a stock that's oversold. You see how that big red line goes down? Super oversold. So that bullish rally is very, very powerful.
Yeah.
And you could make a lot of money if you can catch that.
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
catching out from the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
You do a call option where you just buy the stock and you play it all the way back to resistance at 50.
Yeah. But sometimes remember the markets, let's see here what's I would really here you've got pretty good support, which is no resistance at 45, here at 50. Okay, here at 50 right here. All right, in this area here, 50. It doesn't have to be the exact, right? But we get the idea. And then you've got some resistance up here. All right, some resistance up here, right, at 60. So it could break. It's been here before, right? It's been here before. So you could get it. I wouldn't be too quick to close it out at 50. So I would kind of increase your target a bit. Okay, increase your target a bit, and then but just keep an eye on it on the smaller time frame. Okay, yeah, good job, good find, good find. Anything else, guys? Good find. Did anyone trade the pound yen overnight on the smaller time frame?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. Well, it did really good, but I found out this. I got out. I didn't trade it overnight. Sorry, I traded last night and then I got out. But then this morning it looked really good because I guess it got pushed down. But it seemed like I put a buy at let's take a look. I put a buy at 161.72 because it got pushed all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
When it was going up past resistance, I seen like in the you could look at it probably like even in the 15-minute time frame, it got pushed down aggressively, like the institutions just pushed it down. It was so aggressive that I got off for a little bit. When I went on, it was down like 30 pips. And I said, okay, they're pushing it down. They're trying to push it down badly, because it moved pretty weird. It literally moved down like, I'm telling you, like 30 or 40 pips within like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it went up. It went up pretty good. Yeah, and then they brought it back down. All right.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't much. The reason I brought it up, there isn't much you can do when they do that. Okay. So don't worry about it. It's nothing that if you traded it, it's nothing that you did. Even on the 15-minute time frame, this is where it made it's high, and they just really slammed it back down. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was 100 and that was about 150 pip move, right? Quickly, even on the 5 minute. Let's take a 5 minute time. Let's see here on the even on the 5 minute, right? You could not catch it. So
Yep.
so here was it made a high here. They brought it
Yep.
all the way down. The high was at 164.66, and then the sell was at 160, 162. I mean, that's 150 pips, and even the 5 minute couldn't catch it.
Yeah,
Okay,
with this time frames, it moves so fast.
it moved
I
really
said, "Wow, I need to
fast.
get out of this trade," but
Yeah,
I didn't lose
yeah,
anything. But
yeah. Even
I
the
was up.
even the 2 minute couldn't catch it. Okay, so when that happens, don't worry about it, right? They just really moved it fast.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll see if the yen pairs they still have buy signals, right? They still have yellow support and resistance. Swiss yen is still the the top yen pair. So continue to work on the 30-minute time frames if you're not in on the 240, and just look for some intraday, you know. I wouldn't do the 15-minute, but the 30-minute. Look for some trades there. All right, but the yen pairs are still the top trending pairs. They're still the top trending pairs. So if you didn't get in on the 240, you can still look for opportunities on the 30. All right. Anything else? Anything else?
Can we look at Moderna?
What's the symbol, Peter? Again?
MRNA.
Okay. On the daily, right? Daily. All right. What are you looking? Oh.
Going long.
Okay.
I gave us a signal, so I got in with a stock and some options. So it looks like it's pulled back a little bit. So
Mhm.
still, I can still continue to build my position.
Yeah, it's still
All right.
holding. Yeah, it's not in
Good.
trouble yet. I mean, this is an important candle here, right? So we had a wide consolidating candle. Let me open this up here. And
So
what?
looking at this, we're done with the markdown phase, it looks like, and we're going to
Yes.
consolidate.
Yeah.
We're going to accumulate.
Yeah, kind of like this here, right? The previous, yeah. So kind of like this area here, same thing is happening here. Yeah, you're done with the markdown phase, right? You've got pretty good support down here, right? This here is always good. All right. Whenever we get a wide consolidating candle, and then we get a green candle, right? So this just think of here. Okay. So we know the buyers are in control. Green candle, buyers are in control, right? Right. Green candles. We have a neutral candle, right? A white neutral candle that's indecision. All right. Two things can happen. If we get a red candle after that, right after the white candle, that's very, very bearish. That's very bearish, kind of like here. See here, green candles, white neutral candle, red candle. We are most likely going down. Okay. The reverse is true if we get a green candle. So we have if we've got green candles, white candle. And then after that white candle, we have a green bullish candle, right? Like right here, that's forming right here. That's very, very bearish. I mean, very, very bullish. Okay. So just remember that, like right here, green candles, a white neutral candle, green candle, very, very bullish. Okay. Same thing right here. Okay. White candle, followed by a green candle. Okay, buyers are coming back in, right? That's very bullish. So Peter, this is bullish. This is very, very bullish. Okay, So if this close, this is on the daily time frame, right? So if this closes tomorrow, right? Tomorrow at 5 p.m., right? This is Forex now, right? Closes bullish, then you should be really, it's a good sign that price will keep moving higher, because the sellers, we don't have any sellers. That makes sense?
Yep.
Yep. Very good. And then you've got resistance right here. All right, resistance.
This one we have time to build positions.
Yeah,
Get in.
absolutely. And you know, it's gone through that markdown phase. You're not buying it up in here, right? You're not buying it up in here. It's gone through that markdown phase. You've got pretty good support. All right, so you've got pretty good support. So they're holding the price, right? So you've got pretty good support here, support here. Buyers are coming back in. This is pretty cool. You might get another move. No, we don't know if it'll get it all the way up here, but you don't have any real resistance, okay, in any of this. So you could get a decent move back higher. You have some resistance right here, which is where you are right now. All right. And guys, this is the work we have to do. Okay. So you've got resistance right here. So resistance here, we'll call this here, resistance here, and resistance here. So you really need to just break, and I know we talked about this before, this 185 level is what it needs to break. And buyers are coming back in, test this area here, this resistance, break this resistance, and then you can start moving higher. Okay. But good job staying with it. Okay, good job staying with it. But you should be good. This candle here is that's the big deciding factor. You do not want a red candle here. You do not want a red candle. All right, because if that happens, sellers are coming in. It's going to take the price back down, close this this buy signal, and continue in that markdown phase. Okay, so what this current candle, you've got to make sure that it closes higher. It closes at least where it is now. It's at 173. All right, you don't want it closing below your neutral candle here, which is 162. So it needs to stay above 162 for now. Okay. All right. All right. Anything else? Anything else, guys? Any other questions? What time is it? Any other questions on anything? Bitcoin is still holding. All right. So we got that buy signal yesterday on Bitcoin. It's holding right here. All we want to do is it needs to hold right above this price action here, this resistance at 45,000. So right now it's at 47,000 and change. It just needs to hold above 45,000 for now. We need price to build. We need buyers to just hold and build and slowly move higher. All right. I think it got up to almost, what was the high today? I think 48,000 and change. Okay. So it's looking much better. All right. If there aren't any other questions, we'll call it a night.
Yeah, David, just before you go,
Okay.
like real quick.
Yes.
CCL.
CCL.
I have it on my I have it on my radar.
Okay. What time frame, Zaire?
H4.
Okay. CCL.
240.
CCL. All right. One second here. What type of company is this?
It's Carnival Cruise Line.
Oh, Carnival. Yeah, Carnival. And you guys are getting really good at this. All righty. All right, this will be the last one. Good job. All right. Pretty good support here. This was just like the previous one, right? Made a big push down, and guess what? Buyers are back in. Look here, you got a nice big candle here. Nice after the white candles, right? Nice big bullish candle. All right, you've got some resistance. We don't have a buy signal yet. We need to get past this resistance right here. This is pretty good. Pretty good support and resistance right here. All right, so I would say if you, Zaire, if you can clear right here is 19. Are you in it yet, or are you waiting?
No, I'm still waiting.
You're still waiting? Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say if it can clear 1955, okay, I would say give it 19, it's just got to clear 1955. Okay, just clear 1955, you should be good. Look for a move kind of like this here. Okay, you got a nice big candle. You've got resistance right here. Previous support is now resistance. So this could be a target. Not a very good chart, right? So it's not trending, right? It's not trending. Resistance here, resistance here. Hold on one second here. I don't have enough data. Hold on one second. Okay, this is better here. This is the weekly, just for analysis here. Trend line here. All right, I'm trying to find something here for you. One second, guys. Hold on, hold on. Okay, so the daily is perhaps better here. Okay. And I know you traded on the forward time frame. I'm just trying to find. So yeah, so 1952 is this resistance right here, big white candle. So yeah, get it above. I would say to be safe, Zaire, $20. Okay, $20 will clear this area, clear resistance, clear that moving average, and you might be able to get a move kind of like this. Okay, so look here for a second. Okay, look here for a second. You see how the buyers came in right here when the price broke that 1945 right here. You see that, Zaire?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, you see how when the price broke 1945 over here, right? The buyers came in, right? That's a neutral candle, but we'll count this as a buyer because guess what? It was a red candle. This was follow through. Okay, so here, so I would say to be safe, $20. right? And then you could get back, you can have a target, but I would, follow it on a smaller time frame. Your entry is on the 240, but follow it on a smaller time frame. All right. And I would say you could have a target. Are you doing calls? You looking for calls on this?
Yeah, I'm looking for calls. Yeah, I'm looking for calls as soon as it reach above that level, probably the $20 as you mentioned.
Yeah, 20, and then watch it 22. You're gonna get some resistance at around 22 and change. But watch it closely because you could get a big, it failed here before. It failed at 22 here. There's a buy signal that failed. There's another buy signal that failed a little bit higher around 20, 22 and change. It failed here. So as it gets, you shouldn't have a problem getting around in this area. Then don't get out, just watch what price is doing on the smaller time frame, because you could get a big push. Whenever we coming from a low like this, guys, and then we're moving price is moving higher, always expect a big push when price breaks resistance. All right, but it can get rejected like it did here. So you've got to bring in your smaller time frames and watch it closely. All right, so you don't want to totally get out of the trade and then it really breaks resistance, right? And you miss out on that trade. So if you're in it, Zaire, you're profitable, take some profits off the table. All right, and we might do that with GameStop too. Take some profits off the table, leave about 10%, 20% for if it makes a move higher. All right, does that help?
Yes, David, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Very good, very good. All right, guys. I am excited to see how GameStop opens up tomorrow. I know, Peter, you're excited also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the money for the month.
Make the money for the month. Hey, you might make the money for the quarter. Well, thanks for recommending that trade. All right. Thanks for recommending that trade. We really appreciate your help on that.
Thank you for the other people who contribute to me. Just, show us your stock, your trades,
yeah.
That way we can all try to make some money.
Yeah, guys, this one is a good one too from Zaire. All right, this one is a good one. Just understand it's kind of a range trade. Okay, but these guys are good traders, right? I mean, they're coming up with great opportunities. So learn from this, learn from it, but then try to dip your toes in the water also. Don't go heavy, but this is how you learn. All right, so good job. Good job. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, and I'll let you guys know how GameStop is doing through the day tomorrow. Okay, sniper traders, we holding those trades a bit. All right, we have some time for expiration, so we'll give them some more time to work out. Okay, thanks guys, take care, have a good evening, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks David, bye.
Bye-bye.